Ahoy YouTube, it's Sindane, the Shipwreck Pirate, and in this video, I'm going to share with you some treasures I picked up at a yard sale this weekend. Stick around and see what I got. Hit that thumbs up button. Ahoy YouTube, my name is Alex and I'm Sindane, the Shipwreck Pirate, and this is a pretty cool story. This weekend I decided that I was gonna see what's going on in the neighborhoods and make them unsafe by driving my vehicle around, and I decided that I was gonna hit up a few garage sales in my area, and I found a block garage sale. You know, where like multiple houses on the street have a garage sale. And I figured, hey, I could swing by there. They're close by. Check it out. I drove into the neighborhood, and the first thing I see is this giant Deadpool print of some sort. And I go, okay, this might be, you know, something worth looking at. So I park my car, get out, take a look around. I don't really see a whole lot of things, you know, comic book related or collecting related, other than the giant Deadpool poster, and it was basically some kid's poster. And then I walked over to another yard sale a couple of houses down, and there was an older gentleman and his wife sitting at a table, and they were playing some type of dice game. And when I walked up, she was telling him to stop cheating, and I don't know what, if that was like just like a game they always play, or I don't know what. But this guy had a lot of really cool stuff. He was an old collector. He had a bunch of silver coins and marbles and glass and classic car memorabilia, quite a few baseball card stuff, and then he had this table full of comic books. And I was looking at the comic books while, you know, making chit chat, you know, trying to feel how these people are, and, you know, if this guy's a collector or if he's, you know, just somebody with some old junk he wants to get rid of. So while we're talking, we are we're kind of hemming and hawing. I'm looking around, and I find one book that I recognize. Let me show it to you here. This is Avengers 227. This is the second appearance of Captain Marvel, or Monica Rambeau as Captain Marvel. I think she's the first. This is the first time she joins the Avengers. So I asked him how much he wanted for it, and he said $5. So I said sure. You know, we were having a good conversation, and I gave him $5 for it, and we were continuing to chit chat, and he's like, hey, I want to show you, you know, my yard. I'm really proud of it. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm really proud of my yard too. And he was showing me all these pavers that he had built. You know, he's got a really small house, and it's just him and his wife, and he didn't want a lot of maintenance, so he put pavers down and then built a wooden garden, like an above ground wooden garden. And he had, you know, potted plants in them, and he had, you know, fruit trees and stuff like that. And it was really cool, and he was really passionate about it. And he was like, you know, showing me all these things, and how he took a tree and spliced it together and had peaches on one side and plums on the other. It was pretty cool. He was very happy about that. But after he got done giving me the little tour, we walked back out, and I just happened to see a pile of comics on a table that I didn't see before, and these were all unbagged and boarded books, basically just kind of slopped down on a table. And I started looking at it, and I'm like, holy cow, this is almost a complete run of Marvel Comics Presents. And let me show them to you now. They're not all in crispy mint condition, but I would say that they're, you know, VF to near mint minus for most of them, and you know, a lot of them could probably use a press, but these, I mean, they've been unbagged and boarded probably for a long time. But anyway, after a few more minutes, he said, "Hey, you know, if you want any of those comic books, I'll give you the whole thing on the table for $40." And I said, "All right, I'll do that." And before his wife came back, we made the deal, and I was quickly trying to get everything packed up before she came back. But let me show you what I found. It's pretty cool. So, and now I didn't find unfortunately the whole run, but I found almost all the ones that say Marvel Comics Presents Wolverine. So, without further ado, here they are. Number 1. This one, I guess the importance of this is the introduction of the Princess Bar in Madripoor, the one from the Falcon and Winter Soldier on Disney Plus. I mean, and a lot of these are just really cool covers. No other real significance that I'm aware of, but they're just some cool things to have in my personal collection. That, you know, I have actually quite a few of the Weapon X Wolverine of this series, but I never had any of these lower issues, so it's nice to have. There's number 6, number 7, number 8. That one's pretty cool. I like that cover. Number 9. I like that cover too. Number 10. So yeah, 1 through 10. We'll grab the next pile. 39. 40. This one's a cool cover. I like that cover. 41. 42. I really like these Eric Larson covers. 43. Here is 44. Here is 45. Now, the significance of this issue, apparently the Incredible Hulk challenges Hulk Hogan to a bout, and after the Incredible Hulk handedly slaps him down, he says something to the, you know, like basically who's next, you know, who's gonna try to claim this title of the Incredible Hulk. It's kind of funny. Here's another one. Here is 44, or excuse me, 46, 47. This one's awesome. 48. It's got Wolverine and Spider-Man on there. Can't go wrong. Here is 49. Also another Eric Larson, Wolverine, and Spider-Man cover. Here's number 50. Now let me take some of these down. Whoa. Here's 51. 52. 53, and I mean, even some of these like all black covers are, I mean, they're still in really good shape for how uncared for they were. 54, 55. Look at those Incredible Hulk covers, they're awesome. 56, just insane. 57. 58, 59, and 60. Aren't those cool? They're just rad covers. Gray Hulk just smashing it up, being awesome. And then here's the last part of the Wolverine, Marvel Comics Presents Wolverine. Here is 61, 62, 63. That one's cool. I like that cover. This one's awesome. 64. That's rad. It's Wolverine's face and then Ghost Rider's reflection in his eyeball. That's sweet. 65, 66. Another just cool, Ghost Rider cover. And 67. So that was basically the most Marvel Comics Presents I've ever run into at a single time. I was pretty impressed. Now, the other stuff that was kind of on the same table, he just said, scoop it up and just take it all. And when I took it home, and I used CLZ to catalog my comics. And when I was cataloging these books, it appeared to be that most of them were the Whitman variants. So, these aren't the regular store purchase or the newsstand versions that they had back in the 70s. So I thought that was pretty interesting. But one of the reasons why I didn't want to buy a lot of this guy's collection is because most of his comic books, with the exception of these Marvel Comics Presents, were fairly waterlogged. It appeared to be, I don't know, like the bottom half on a lot of his comic books were water damaged pretty bad. But, he threw them in, so I have them. But there's some interesting minor keys, and let me show you those real quick. They are starting with Mighty Thor, number 290. This is the first appearance of El Toro Rojo and Vampiro, disguised as pro wrestlers, I guess. They're an Eternal and a Deviant. Interesting. Next one. This one is Thor 294. Now at the bottom, you can see right there the water staining from the back of another comic on the front of this one. And I don't know if you can see it, but a lot of the bottom staples are rusted on a lot of these. So they're kind of gross and they kind of smell funny. But, they're mine now, and, I'll love them, and I'll make sure that they remain unmolested from here on out. This one here is the origin of Odin and of Asgard. Kind of cool. Here's another Thor. What is that? 311, 312, 313. So I don't know if you can see right here. That's a lot of them are rusted and just gross right there at the bottom. I don't know if you can see it, but the bottom is just all wavy and weird. And here's another minor key. This is issue number 314. That is the origin of Drax and Moondragon. Yeah. Here is 315. 316. Now these are all Whitman variants, and the way you can tell is because of the triangle. Now allegedly not all of the versions of this are Whitmans, but this particular run, this is the version of it that are the Whitmans. And then 318. That was kind of cool. Those big old heads coming out of the ground. We all knew it. Here's issue number 328. Also just heavily water damaged on the bottom. Another minor key. Allegedly, it's the first appearance of Megatack. Never heard of her. This one's cool. I like the cover on this one. It's got the rainbow bridge on there. It's pretty dope. And then here's 332. Another one with heavy rust on the bottom. 347. This apparently is a first appearance of Algrim, a dark elf who later becomes Curse. So, yeah. 348. Another one was just, staple rust, water damage on the bottom. Then there's 415, 416. Now I really like this cover. It's kind of cool. It's like the red and black covers before they were cool. Then there's 429. It's kind of a, I don't know, kind of reminds me of, what's that cover? The 339, I think, with him and Beta Ray Bill on the cover, kind of fighting. It's cool. And then last but not least, Thor 436. Now, this is the most Thor books I've ever owned in my entire life. Before he tossed those in, I basically had maybe 2 Thor books from the old days. I have the entire Donny Cates run of Thor, but I didn't have any of this. So this is kind of cool, and I'm kind of glad to have them. And if you guys stuck around this far and you thought it was cool, maybe you could hit that thumbs up, click that subscribe button, and leave a comment below. I'll try to get back to you if I can. I usually respond. I like to interact with the community, and I want to thank you guys for participating and having fun and listening to my story. And if you found value in that, please hit that like button, hit that share. Thank you, and cheers.